Hey, welcome back to another episode of Fluent and Fun, English Made Easy. I'm Lois.
And I'm Alina. And today, we're going to help you level up your conversation skills with one powerful tool, asking and answering questions naturally.
If you've ever felt stuck starting or continuing a conversation in English, don't worry. You're definitely not alone.
Asking and answering questions is the heart of any conversation. And we're here to help you sound confident, friendly, and super fluent.
Let's start with the big question. Why are questions so important when speaking English?
Because questions are how we connect with people. Whether you're meeting someone new, keeping a conversation going, or just showing interest, asking the right question makes all the difference.
Totally. Think about it. Most real-life conversations don't start with a long speech. They start with a simple question. How's it going? Where are you from? What do you do?
Exactly. Questions are like the spark that gets the conversation going. And here's the secret, people love talking about themselves. So asking questions shows you're engaged and friendly.
But we get it. Sometimes learners worry about asking the wrong question, or they freeze up because they're translating in their heads.
Or they overthink grammar, like, wait, do I say, did you went? Or, did you go? And that slows them down or makes them avoid asking questions at all.
Been there, done that. But here's the truth. You don't need perfect grammar to ask great questions. You just need a few natural patterns, confidence, and curiosity.
And the same goes for answering. You don't have to give a long, perfect answer. Just give a real one. And if you can throw in a little detail or a follow-up question, even better.
So in this episode, we're going to show you how to ask and answer questions that sound smooth, friendly, and supernatural in real conversations.
Whether you're chatting with a coworker, a classmate, or a stranger on a train, these tips will help you feel way more confident.
All right, ready to master the art of English-style conversation? Let's dive into some go-to question starters.
All right, now let's get into the fun stuff. How to actually ask questions that sound natural in everyday English.
Yes, forget the textbook stuff like, may I inquire about your occupation? No one talks like that in real life.
Nope. What you want are casual, friendly, real-world ways to ask questions. Let's start with some simple conversation openers.
Try these out next time you want to start a chat. So, what do you do? How's your day going? Have you been here before? What kind of music are you into?
Notice how these are open-ended. That means the answer is more than just yes or no. Open-ended questions are great because they invite the other person to share more.
Exactly, and you can change the mood of the question just by adding a little word or phrase. For example, instead of, do you like music? Say, what kind of music do you like? Instead of, is your job fun? Try, what's your favorite part of your job?
And here's a tip. Use what and how more than do or is. Do questions can feel like interviews. What and how questions feel more natural and friendly.
Oh, and don't be afraid to personalize your questions. If someone says they're from Italy, you could ask, oh cool. What's your hometown like? What do you miss most about Italy?
Love that. It shows you're listening and that you care, and that's the secret to great conversation.
So, let's do a quick practice round. I'll give a formal question, and you change it into a more natural version. Ready? Do you enjoy music?
What kind of music are you into?
Where do you live?
So, where are you based?
What is your profession?
What do you do for work?
Nice. See how small changes make a big difference?
Okay, listeners, your turn. Try rephrasing these. Do you like to travel? Is this your first time here? What is your favorite food?
Take a moment, say your answers out loud, or write them in your notes. The more you practice this, the more natural it becomes.
And stay tuned, because next we're diving into how to answer questions naturally, without sounding like a robot or giving one-word replies.
Okay, so we've talked about how to ask natural questions. But now it's time for the other side of the conversation. How do you answer in a way that sounds friendly and fluent?
Yes. One-word answers like, yes, no, or fine, might technically answer the question, but they shut the conversation down.
Exactly. If someone asks, do you like coffee? And you just say, yes, that's the end of the chat. But if you say, yeah, I love iced coffee, especially in the summer, boom. Now you're opening the door for more talking.
So let's share a few easy ways to expand your answers naturally, even if you're not super confident yet. Give a short reason or example with your answer. It doesn't need to be long. Just something like, yeah, I love hiking, it helps me relax. Not really, I'm more of a tea person.
This makes your answer more personal and keeps the conversation moving. This one's powerful. After you answer, throw the question back. It shows you're interested and keeps the chat alive. I love movies, especially thrillers. How about you? I usually have toast for breakfast. What do you eat in the mornings?
See? It feels natural, like real conversation. You're not performing, you're connecting. These help you answer smoothly and give your brain time to catch up. Try these. Well, I guess. I'd say. To be honest? That's a good question.
Let's try it in action. Ask me something, Alina.
Okay, what do you usually do after work?
I'd say I usually go for a walk, or sometimes I just chill and watch Netflix.
Perfect. It sounded natural, relaxed, and easy to follow.
Alright, listeners, it's your turn to practice answering naturally. We'll ask a few questions. You answer out loud, and try to 1. Give a detail, 2. Return the question, or 3. Use a sentence starter. Ready?
What do you usually do on the weekend?
Do you like cooking?
Have you ever traveled to another country?
Awesome. Even if your answers were short, if you added just a little detail or energy, you're doing great.
And remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being real and staying in the conversation. Alright, Fluent and Fun fam, now it's your turn to shine. It's time for this week's listener challenge.
We challenge you to have a short conversation in English, just 3 to 4 questions back and forth. The goal? To ask and answer questions naturally, like we practiced today.
You can do this with a friend, a language exchange partner, or even talk to yourself out loud in front of a mirror. Yes, it might feel weird, but it really works.
And here's the fun twist. Try using at least 2 question types from today's episode. Maybe start with a, "What do you usually?" question and follow up with a, "Have you ever?" one.
Also, don't just stop with yes or no. Add a detail, return the question, or use a sentence starter to stretch that conversation just a little further.
Want to take it one step further? Record yourself doing this mini conversation and post it on social media and share your feedback at the comment below.
We'd love to see how you're growing, and we might even feature your clip or give you a shout out in a future episode.
Remember, every conversation, no matter how short, builds your fluency and confidence. So don't wait for the perfect time, just start speaking.
You've got this, Fluent and Fun crew.
Alright, Fluent and Fun fam, your challenge this week is:
have a short conversation in English where you ask at least 2 questions and give a full answer back.
It could be in class, with a friend, or even at a coffee shop.
And if you want to go big, record a short practice video and share at the social media.
We'd love to feature some of your awesome efforts in a future episode.
So remember, great conversations are built on simple, natural questions and thoughtful answers.
And the more you practice, the easier and more automatic it becomes.
And guess what? Next time on Fluent and Fun, we're tackling the fear of making mistakes in English.
Because yes, everyone messes up sometimes. But we'll show you how to keep going with confidence.
See you next time on Fluent and Fun, English made easy. Bye.